Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, I have the double deck on the tarot table, so you know this is an important question. I'm using the Golden Art Nouveau and the Egyptian Art Nouveau by the same creator. They play well together, and so I've combined them into one deck because sometimes it is quite interesting when the same card shows up twice. That means it is a card you really need to pay attention to. So, what is going to happen on November 5th, 2024? And then I'm going to ask, what is going to happen on November 6th, 2024? And most of us know that's the date of the US election. My cards have told me over and over something is going to happen and the election may not even happen. So I want to ask the cards, is the election going to happen on November 6th? Or will something happen that we see on November 5th? Or will something happen that on November 6th they call a misvote or hanky-panky or, whatever. We can't make up our mind. I don't know. What do they call? I just want to find out what are the energies right now for November 5th for the election happening on November 5th, 2024. What are the energies right now for the election happening on November 5th, 2024? What are the energies right now for the election happening on November 5th, 2024? So, cards I'll be looking for. Oh, first let's do our cut, which 2 fell out here. Wow, Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Swords in reverse. Interesting. Let's see if they show up again. I want to do my cut, and then I'm going to explain which ones am I looking for that would indicate hanky-panky. I'm getting better at it. All right, cards are ready. Let's do a cut. Whoa, vibration, reverb. Okay, so I'll be looking for the Tower. I'll also be looking for the Devil in the details. We'll be looking for Knight of Wands in reverse, meaning an attack. We'll also be looking for Death in reverse, meaning an end, meaning a death actually showing up. I think that was in one of my predictions that it will be sidetracked by a significant death. And they may put it off for a while. I'm not saying there'll be no election. I'm saying it might occur in 2025. So let's see. And that's why I wanted to put my I wanted to shuffle and cut first, so I'm not putting my bias in while I'm shuffling and cutting. That's why I mentioned it after the cards are ready. The Hanged Man in reverse. The 8 of Swords in reverse. Knight of Cups. 2 of Cups in reverse. And Page of Pentacles. All right, well, it doesn't look too bad so far, guys. Something's going to be released. There's going to be some kind of knight in shining armor. Something is definitely going to be released. Knight, the Hanged Man, and the 8 of Swords in reverse, they're both being released from being bound in some regards. There'll be some kind of knight in shining armor, so some kind of last minute reprieve or something. Of course, this is actual election here. 2 of Cups in reverse, 2 people not agreeing, 2 factions not agreeing. This is the disagreement here. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. And I'm almost getting a sense that they have to sell people on the idea of the election. Also, Page of Pentacles tells me it's going to be a small, small margin. Oh, and look at that. The clock agrees with me. The Star in reverse on the Eight of Wands in reverse. This election is actually going to create more division. Things will not heal after this election at all. There's actually, you'll feel like not a lot of hope after this election. Two of Swords in reverse. So yeah, a decision will be made. Absolutely, a decision will be made. Now, if the Two of Swords was upright, I'd say, you know what, maybe something is being put off. Six of Swords in reverse. I just don't feel like people are going to be happy with the choice that is made. They're going to feel like they're stuck. Like they have no hope. It's like, oh, now we're stuck with this. Five of Wands upright. There's going to be a lot of fighting. There might be protests and whatnot. I don't know what the laws are in the US, but I know here in Canada, you can't do any canvassing or campaigning near the voting booths. And I don't think you can even do protesting or whatever to stop people from voting. But I'm getting a feeling there's going to be a group of people that are protesting and possibly stopping people from actually voting. I think it's going to be a really low voter turnout. I think there's lots of apathy. I think people are bored. I think people see through it all. I think there's going to be a low voter turnout, and then you're going to be stuck with what you got. The Seven of Wands in reverse. Well, I actually think there's going to be some tomfoolery, I want to say. I think something's going to happen that is indefensible. I was looking, there's no kings or queens here. This election's more about people than who wins and who loses. I think this is more about how this is dividing the people than anything. Let's see, there's the Wheel of Fortune showed up again. Remember when I was shuffling and I said, let's see if it shows up? There it is. Oh, and look, the Ten of Swords in reverse. And you saw me shuffle and shuffle and shuffle after that. Wow. Strength in reverse. Queen of Swords upright. Remember I said there's no kings or queens here? Here's Mrs. Harris. Four of Pentacles upright. Three of Cups in reverse. I think that this is showing me that Kamala is going to win. But not by a lot. She's not going to have a strong, healthy margin, actually. It may be that close. So I'm wondering if there's going to be like a recount or something like that. And maybe that's what I'm picking up, that there's no clear winner in 2024. And I think that's happened before. They do a recount in 2000 or something, and they really didn't know who won until like January. I think something very similar is going to happen. I think at first they will announce that Harris, the Democrats, win. Look at this, is even in blue, but not by much. It's not a strong margin, and it's like a last minute reprieve. These swords, actually, if you look really close, what was that graph where Biden won? It was like bent and then it went up like that. That's what I'm seeing here. So I wonder if something's going to happen, and that's why people are upset. People are not happy. Maybe they're not unhappy because of the outcome. They're actually going to feel like there was some kind of something sneaky went on. Here we have another queen on the throne. 8 of Wands, another Page of Pentacles in reverse, and there's the King of Swords. This is definitely Trump, and we have Trump and Mrs. Harris on the table. We absolutely see there is going to be, there's no tower moment. There's no devil moment. There's no gotcha moment here. There's no Three of Swords betrayal here. I think this is going to be so close that people are going to be arguing that there was some kind of cheating going on, and for both sides are going to feel that way, that, how in the world could she only win by, 100 votes? And there'll be, and Trump's followers will say, recount, recount, recount. So it's interesting. We have the Page of Pentacles here, who is the Page of Pentacles is a salesperson. They want you to pay attention and listen to their sales pitch on this shiny object that they've got, right? Because pages are messengers. So the page is normally supposed to be a girl, a little female messenger, and they've got this shiny thing, and they want you to pay attention to this shiny thing. And they're trying to either distract you or sell you something. And so when it's upright, you can generally trust what they're trying to show you. When it's in reverse, they're snake oil salesmen. They're trying to convince you of something that is possibly not true. Or it's gold plated. It's not real gold. That kind of thing. And that's in reverse here. And I think that looking at this, we have 2 queens. It looks like at first Mrs. Harris is going to win. She's going to take the crown. Interesting. If you look closely at the Queen of Cups, she's not holding a cup. She's holding an urn. And the Queen of Cups is Scorpio. And Scorpio is death. So this makes me wonder if she becomes president due to a death. And there she is holding the urns, the remains of the president before her. So she is announced president. So this is, right? So she's announced president, but there's something fishy about it. Maybe for 8 weeks she's president. And then here comes Trump. And interesting, we have in control here with the Chariot and the General. And now we have the Page of Cups. So this is surprising news. Surprising news. Now we have the Devil, and now we have the Emperor, and now we have the Moon. I honestly think that there's going to be 2 presidents announced. I think there's going to be unrest. I think that we've got the Devil here. I think they'll initially announce Mrs. Harris as president, and I'm wondering if it's because there is a death. So technically she is sworn in and she's president. And then the ballots are counted again. I think there's definitely going to be some, like I said, some tomfoolery going on. I'm not saying, I don't know what side it's on. And then we see that actually Trump takes control. And everybody is shocked that he takes control, but we have an emperor. We have an emperor. We don't have an empress. And now we have the Moon. And interesting, baboons, a group of baboons is called a Congress. So I'm wondering if something's going to happen with Congress calling something, or I don't know if they can or not. I'm honestly talking out of turn. I don't know why I thought of that. Baboons are Congress, and there's Congress, And I'm wondering, like, they're yelling at each other, and there's a snake. We've got the moons, we have an illusions and everything. Now we have the Ace of Swords. They're both swords. She's a Libra, so she's the Queen of Swords, and he's a Gemini, so he's the King of Swords. So thank you, cards. A Swords is going to win. No, but after the moon and you have a sword, there's truth prevails. Truth prevails. Now we have the Knight of Pentacles. Now we have two moons. Uh-oh. Now we have two moons. There is something afoot here, and there is definitely some sort of inertia here with the Knight of Pentacles. Look at the horse is not moving. There's no movement. People are just watching. It is inertia in some respects. It's so I'm wondering if there's a whole bunch of illusion going on, confusion, illusion. I'm just looking here. No, I had a little cheat sheet here, and then we have the Nine of Wands. This is going to be really embattled. I'm thinking that this is not going to be settled for quite a while. If the Three of Wands was upright, I'd say, well, yeah, patience, everybody, it will. I think with the two moons here, interestingly, this week we have two moons. Did you know that? There's a small asteroid that's in our gravity, and it's only 33 kilometers wide. You can't see it with the naked eye, but it's considered a moon of Earth, and apparently it'll go around for a while, and then Earth will lose its grip on it, and it'll spin right off again. So this is interesting. We have two moons here. I'm wondering if something is going to happen this week, or the moon, the two moons, we should maybe look in to see where are the two moons still going to be there, or is the second moon a harbinger of something, something wicked this way comes. Very interesting. And I think it starts today, actually, the 29th. That's kind of creepy. I think this is Nine of Cups in reverse. You know what? 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups upright. Four of Swords in reverse. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. And the Five of Swords. Okay, I think that I think it might take 10 weeks. I think it's going to take at least 10 weeks to declare a winner. And then that's the end of the other person. And the other person here is a female. Because of Four of Swords, that's the ending card. And it's a female in reverse. If the female was upright, I'm going to say the female would win. Because here's the happy ending, the joyful ending, joy, happiness. We finally have somebody announced. You know what we don't have here is the Four of Wands, which would be the actual inauguration. I think this is going to be a battle royale. I think it's going to be a battle of propaganda on both sides. We have both moons here. So we need to see what those two moons mean right now. Let's look at some astrologers and see what, or Nostradamus, did they say anything when there's two moons in the sky or something? It's very significant. It's very significant. So I'm thinking here, it's at the end, it may take 10 weeks. So what's that? All of November, all of December. Yeah, that gets us right into January. That gets us into a winner's not declared until 2025. And I think in the meantime, there's going to be a lot of fighting. I think there's going to be a lot of propaganda. I think there's going to be tit for tat. But the emperor is here, and it would be the end of a female. The end of a female. So that doesn't mean she's going to die. I'm not saying that. I'm saying there's the winner is declared, and it's not a female. And again, for the 10,000th time, I'm Canadian. I'm just reading what the cards say. I'm not a Trumper. I don't have a MAGA hat. Actually, Joe Biden has more MAGA hats than I do. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm a Canadian, and I'm just reading these, and if it gets nasty, I'll just turn the comments off again. All I'm doing is reading what's going to happen on election day. And my cards are telling me we do not have a clear winner on election day. We don't, and it looks like it's going to take at least 10 weeks to declare a winner. In the meantime, there's going to be a lot of innuendo. There's going to be a lot of propaganda. This election is going to be extremely close. I think that something's going to happen, that Joe Biden passes away and Mrs. Harris is made president before the inauguration. And that's why I'm saying I see two presidents. Okay. And I saw her with the urn in her hand. So the cards can be, both things can be correct. You're going to have President Harris and President Trump. Both things can be correct at the same time between now and January 20th. Now, I have done readings that Mr. Trump or President Trump, right, because he was a president, so I see all the other presidents that are no longer presidents still being called presidents. I've called that he may not make it for the whole election, and due to health. I don't see any tower moment here. I don't see death in reverse. I don't see anything like that happening. But we have read before that is health. So I'm wondering if that might be a reason why they don't do the count, or there's propaganda that maybe, oh, he can't be president because, he's just had a heart attack and he's in the hospital, so we're delaying the results, or something like that. But I mean, can you argue with 10, everybody's happy, joyful, happy endings? Here's the ending, 4 of Swords, of a female on the throne. All right. So this is going to be a battle. Definitely be a battle. I think it's going to be a battle of words and ideas. I think there'll be some protesting, but I think it's going to be all in the media. So now we wait and see what is happening. But yeah, it's going to be so close. There's going to be recount. I'm calling it right now. We won't know until at least 10 weeks after the fact, which brings us into January. They might not know right until just before inauguration, to be honest. But I'm seeing, yeah. And some of you might say, well, the devil there beside Mr. Trump. I'm not saying he's a devil. I'm saying that I don't want to say that. How do you say? I don't want to say you're stuck with him, or addicted to him. No, there's something here. It's. I know a lot of people are going to say, "Well, he's the devil. He's the devil." No, he's not the devil, and neither is she. It's almost like this is who you're stuck with. That's what I kind of want to say. I want to say you're stuck between a rock and a hard spot. Neither candidate is, top of the heap for candidates. they both have their own issues, their own problems. But that's what I'm kind of picking up with the devil here, is that, do you go with the devil, or devil in the details? That's what just came to me. The devil's in the details. Get ready for Battle Royale. Thank you very much for watching. What do you think is going to happen in the election? Do you think it's going to be close? Do you think people will rebel? Do you think there's going to be some tomfoolery? Do you think there's a chance that we might see two presidents before January 20th? Please take good care of yourself. See you online. Bye for now.